Let's settle this once and for all. Which one is better? Facebook ads or TikTok ads? Well, the answer will surprise you to find out which of the two ad platforms is the best. Right now, we know when it comes to social media, nothing comes close to Meta and TikTok. They should be owning like 80% or 90% of our attention. And when it comes to that, comes the ads. And for your business, which one should you invest in? Should you put your ad dollars on Facebook ads? Should you put your ad dollars on TikTok ads? Well, this is a question that many people are asking, and I'm going to answer it for you. Let's settle this once and for all. Is it Facebook ad? Is it TikTok ads? Which of the two platforms will give you the best results in terms of your money spent, your ad dollars being spent? Well, we know Meta properties and TikTok capture a large percentage of our attention in terms of social media. It's around 80 to 90% because where else are you if you're not on Facebook, if you're not on Instagram, and if you're not on TikTok? And many marketers and businesses ask me all the time, like, where should we invest our money? Where should we invest our ad dollars to get the best returns? Well, I'm going to take time to answer this question and give you the best answer for this. Facebook has been around since 2007. They have a lot of institutional knowledge. They are the OG, or in new terms, they are the Ankh, while TikTok has been around for a way shorter period of time. So choosing between these two is a bit of a challenge. So we're going to look at several things in terms of costs, conversion, user behavior, and which platform works well for what type of businesses, whether you're a small businesses, mid-sized businesses, or a huge business. So let's find out which is better between the two platforms. And in the end, we'll come up with a summary to see how best to invest your marketing dollars. When deciding between the two platforms, let's start with a general overview of the two behemoths. Let's start with Facebook, the brief description of the platform. So Facebook has been around since 2007. Ads have been served ever since the beginning. And the type of ads that are shown on Facebook are image ads, carousel ads, video ads, and shopping ads. These have been very productive for many people. One of Facebook's greatest appeal is that it's a wide audience. Think about it. There are around 2 billion Facebook users around the world as we speak, serving different kinds of audiences. You think about people who are using Facebook, think about people who are using Instagram, think about people who are still using Threads or WhatsApp. These are all platforms that are available on Facebook. Facebook gives you flexibility. What flexibility am I talking about? I am talking about the newsfeed where you can advertise. I'm talking about the Facebook stories. I'm talking about Messenger. I'm also talking about Instagram stories. All this is available. And also new, they're going to introduce or add is ads on WhatsApp status. Because of its large amount, because it's been around since 2007, Facebook has been able to collect crazy amount of data and gives out the best form of targeting in terms of interest and demographics, and lastly, user behavior. It gives the platform unique indicators, unique data points to know who is best to be served what type of ads. When it comes to TikTok, the general overview of this platform is that it is video-based mostly. 90% of the ads are videos that are created. There are instances where you can brand a hashtag or brand an effect. TikTok is very unique in that you only have 5 seconds maximum to capture somebody's attention. And for you to capture this attention, you required to have an amazing video. And the video should not be crazily edited or should not be perfect. What works on TikTok is user-generated content and lo-fi productions where there's not too much, making it more relatable. For TikTok ads to work or to succeed, you need to ride a wave or follow a trend to make your viewership or your effectiveness widely spread. Let's talk numbers. We're going to talk about cost per click, cost per mail, conversion, cost per acquisition, and return on investment when it comes to comparing Facebook ads and TikTok ads. In general, the CPM on Facebook versus the CPM on TikTok is varied. The CPM on TikTok is a bit higher, while on Facebook is way lower. You might find on Facebook you're being charged maybe a few dollars, like say $5. Well, this depends on your region, product, or your demographics. But generally speaking, it's a bit higher on TikTok as opposed to what you have on Facebook. And when talking about the cost per click, the cost per click is even across both platforms, but there are instances where it's a bit cheaper on TikTok, mostly because of the younger audience. The demographic and reach. It's very interesting that 70% of people on TikTok are 35 and younger. That is, 40% is 18 to 24, and 30% is 25 to 34. When it comes to Facebook, the opposite is true. 40% is 35 years and above. So it just show you who you're targeting when it comes to the two platforms. Also, think about the reach. Between the two platforms, nobody can argue that Facebook has a bigger reach because it has more people on their platform than the other. And also, considering the audience network, which opens up ads on various other platforms, Facebook has a way bigger footprint than what TikTok has as we speak. Talking about conversions, TikTok leads the way here. The conversions are more on TikTok and they are cheaper. But they have to add context to this because you're targeting younger people who they are more impulse set to buying stuff. And then on top of that, their products are normally cheaper. People who market on TikTok are selling low-cost items, things that you don't need much to think about. But when it comes to Facebook, the conversions are fewer, but the flip side is the average order value is way higher because now you're targeting people who are older, you're targeting the people who have more means or who have more money to get around, and that's where you want to be seen. So conversion technically they're more on TikTok, but average order value or higher value of conversions happen on Facebook. You can only get conversions or measure the return on investment if you have proper tracking. Facebook has been here for 18 years, roughly, 2007 to 2025. That's roughly 18 years. So in the 18 years, they've been able to fine-tune their system to work the product so that you're able to properly track and target your conversions. With Facebook, you get a window of 28 days to see whether somebody has converted. Somebody might look at your ad on one day, then after 15 days or 20 days later, they come back and buy your product or convert, depending on what your action is. But TikTok hasn't had enough time or are still developing ways of tracking conversions, and with them, the window is only a day. So if somebody clicks on your ad on TikTok and doesn't convert immediately, they might come back 2 or 3 days later or 5 days later. That conversion will not be attributed to TikTok, but will be attributed to something else. So the conversion mechanism hasn't yet been properly set up on TikTok. When you're marketing products on TikTok, think about the following things. Think about your pricing. Are you selling a high-ticket item or a lower-ticket item? Think about the product. Is it something that's easily picked up or something that needs to be considered? Well, if you're selling something that's lower or easy to make a decision, TikTok is the best for you. TikTok really works well with small brands, maybe small to medium brands, where the items are not expensive, and because you're dealing with younger people, and I know there are people who are very young who are killing it, but most people in general don't have that much money yet. So smaller brands work well with TikTok. Facebook, on the other hand, has the advantage of this. They're dealing with a more mature audience. 40% of the audience are 35 and above. So that gives you better flexibility in terms of targeting a more mature audience with higher ticket items or higher ticket values. And they are very good for mid-sized brand to larger brands, because on Facebook you can advertise stuff like a house, houses, property, which you cannot do on TikTok. Creatives on TikTok and on Facebook ads, how do they vary? TikTok creatives are mostly videos. And what type of videos? They are lo-fi videos, they are user-generated videos, they are videos that don't need a lot of editing or perfection. Those are the ones that easily relate well. And if you're gonna come up with a video that follows or runs a trend, that is the only way you are successful on TikTok ads. On Facebook ads, on the other hand, the creatives vary. We have images, we have videos, we have carousels, and lastly, we have shopping images. Why are these different? This gives you flexibility in where and when your items are being posted, because think about the Facebook newsfeed, think about the Facebook marketplace, think about the right-hand side, think about the stories on Facebook, and again, think about the Instagram Reels, giving you a lot of flexibility. With Facebook ads, you have the option of using user-generated content. You have the option of using high-polished, high-quality ads as opposed to the other platform. So which is better, Facebook or TikTok? Well, in my opinion, both are good for you. If you're able to find a way of using both platforms to your benefit, then you'll make a bigger return on your investment. Facebook and TikTok are very good if they're combined together. TikTok is amazing for branding. TikTok is amazing for awareness. So if you're having a new product or if you're trying to do something to the market, the best place to go is TikTok. And then once you have a presence on TikTok, or once people get to know you better, and they move from TikTok to your website, your Facebook pixel will pick them up, and then you're able to advertise on Facebook. So people who know your business, who have come into contact with you, will get to benefit from your Facebook ads. And then you can move them along the buying cycle through your Facebook ads. Facebook is really good in terms of efficiency and scale. It's very easy to scale up on Facebook. It's very also, because of the audience size, you can make the most of that. While TikTok is good for, like I said, awareness and engagement. So your message can be spread really quick, really fast on TikTok, versus opposed to how your message is received or taken on Facebook. You can strengthen your brand identity by employing both platforms. Being constantly featured on Facebook and TikTok for a period of time gives people the confidence, and you're able to build trust with your audience. If you regularly show up on these two platforms, it's way easier for your business to make money from selling your products or services. I have a video comparing Facebook ads versus Google ads right here, and you can learn more about that. If you're looking for help with your digital marketing campaigns, there's a link below. Just tap on it or click on it. I'd love to help you get the best value from your digital marketing.